Note to self, whenever you're recording a YouTube video or any audio at all, unmute your microphone. Man, oh man. Anyway, the Detroit Lions face the Chicago Bears in a Week 16 matchup that means everything for the Detroit Lions and nothing for the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are playing for pride at this point, draft seeding, as they have 3 games remaining. They were eliminated a few weeks ago with the record that they have. They're currently sitting at 4-10, having lost 8 in a row, and the Detroit Lions are looking to make it 9 in a row. What a colossal derailment by the Chicago Bears. Started off 4-2. There was a point that every team in the NFC North was above 500, and the Bears had a chance to make the first time since the format has changed to 7 teams in the playoffs that an entire division has made the playoffs. You could have the division leader, and you could have the all 3 wild card spots be from the same division. It will happen one year, but the Chicago Bears are at a point where they are deciding on whether or not they're going to keep their general manager. They are looking for a new head coach, and one of the few teams that has not won a game under an interim. When the interim usually comes in, we saw it with Antonio Pierce. We saw it with several other teams this year. With the New York Jets, I believe it happened to them. You come in, you win your first game after a coach is fired, and all is well. It's some hypeness, right? They have not done that, and they are falling off a cliff. Caleb Williams is the most sacked quarterback in the league. Their offensive line is atrocious, and they have wide receivers that are already thinking about vacation. Let's take a look. This is coming from Bears on CHSN, their Twitter account. Here's what DJ Moore had to say when he was asked about the offseason with 3 weeks to go in the NFL season.
Yeah, how just tough is this season?
Not tough at all. I'm lying, but it's been tough, frustrating. Definitely with this losing streak, but you know, it's football. Some team got to win, and it hasn't been us. Yeah, we need to figure it out. Maybe not this year, but at the beginning of next year, we definitely need to figure it out before we play a real game.
The off season, I mean, it has to be something you guys are already thinking about in terms of get it right. And what kind of ideas do you have when you think about the off season already and training camp and making it better?
What I'm thinking about? Vacation.
To clear your mind of all this?
There you go. Yeah, let them do all the work, and then just come back and ready to go.
Now, I get it. He was asked directly a question about the offseason. He directly answered that question about the offseason. But here's what I'm trying to get at. This is our opponent for Week 16. I wish you would, as Dan Campbell or any Detroit Lion, about, even though they're eliminated from playoff contention, about the offseason. And you are thinking about particularly in the offseason when you are, and yes, that video was cut. So it could have been some questions before that. But what I see is I see a person that's checked out. You already got the sideline incident where DJ Moore walks off during the play. Allegedly, he tweaked his ankle. He was right back out there. I don't know if you tweak your ankle when you play the very next play or you come back in the game the very next series, but he walked. It was not a good look for DJ Moore. But this is our opponent. Now, I'm not saying this is a gimme game and that because of these comments, we're going to win this game. But we talk about looking past opponents. These guys have checked out. They are checked out. Why are you asking me about the offseason? If you're asking me, I get it. It's your job. You're talking about, look, there's nothing to play for. We're playing for pride right now, and we're playing to play spoiler, all right? Which they're not very good at, by the way. Have laid an absolute egg in everything that they've done, looking to lose their 9th in a row. But if this was a Detroit Lion, you know what you would hear? Right now, we're focused on Chicago. The offseason will get here when it gets here. We're focused on Chicago right now. We got 3 games to go. 3 games to go. All right. You have already checked out of the remaining games that you have. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? This is the Chicago Bears organization. And if the Detroit Lions cannot beat them, we have a bigger issue. We have a bigger issue. Now, yes, we're hurt and we're injured and all that other stuff, but we might have to take a look at ourselves if we can't beat a team that they're already thinking about vacation. And here's the part that I loved. Seems like he was a little irritated. He's like, look, I'm going to let them worry about everything. It's my job to play. I'm going to let them worry about and get it right before we play meaningful games. You call me when it's done. That is that's a tough, isn't it? Are we glad we aren't like this anymore? I mean, we've never, one thing about Detroit has always had, and that's why the man who shall not be named, he came in here and ruined everything that we are. We were never the New England Patriots. We were always the Detroit Lions. We were never the Detroit Patriots. The New England Lions. That was not, he tried to change who we were. Dan Campbell is who we are. Perfect fit. Absolute perfect fit. This is a team that we're playing in Week 16. This is a team that has no business beating us. You've already seen the prediction video. If not, I'll link it up here. This is ridiculous. And this, I'm not really faulting DJ Moore for this. People get tired of losing. You put your body on the line, you do all this stuff. But this right here, I cannot imagine a Detroit Lion. Could you imagine if coach is asked in the press conference about what are you thinking about the offseason and it's week 16? He'd be like, what are you talking about? We are playing Chicago. That is who I'm thinking about. Dan Campbell is thinking about what's directly in front of him. Whether or not you're playing for pride or seeding or a playoff spot, you are not going to skip. Pat, you're not. This dude is already thinking about being on the beach somewhere, and you still got 3 opponents in front of you. No wonder the Chicago Bears have not won a game since they lost, and it all, how fitting it was that they lost the game that they lost, the way that they lost it, and that started this abysmal streak that they're on, and it will continue. I've seen Bears content creators, they do not think that this team is going to win another game. And essentially, starting the way that they did, they had the first pick in the draft from the Carolina Panthers. The Bears organization is terrible. They are terrible. They haven't been run right in a long time. And it feels good to be a Lions fan right now. We've been through it. We understand. But one thing I think that is unique to our city is the fact that we have gritty guys. Like, you notice that people are using the word grit in interviews now, from the media pundits to coaches to players. Nobody was talking about grit until Dan Campbell became the coach of the Detroit Lions. And that's something that I wish you could trademark. You can't trademark one word, but I wish you could, because nobody was using that until 2021 when Dan Campbell started using it. So anyway, I just wanted to, I saw this yesterday and I'm like, what are we doing, bro? No wonder. No, when you ever seen, there's a show, I'm not going to mention the name of the show because, you know, it's a little touchy right now. I still think it's a good show, but there was a part in the show where a particular dad, it was a TV show, and a particular dad asked his son a question. And his son answered the question. And after he answered it, he said, no wonder you get D's and everything. And that's no wonder you've lost 8 straight, because you're already looking toward vacation. Even if you are, that's not something you say. Even if you're asked about it, that's not something you say. DJ Moore, look at this face. You tell me that this ain't the face of a guy who is checked out. That brother is checked out. I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't even running routes at full strength tomorrow. The brother is already thinking about vacation. That's the vacation face. You know what face is that, DJ? Hey, this is my vacation face. And I still got 3 games to go. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, man, in the comments below. Did you see this? What do you think? Do you think DJ Moore, even though he was directly asked, he answered the question as asked? Do you think he answered it correctly? Do you think that it was, how would you feel if one of the Lions answered the question, if St. Brown answered this question, or you know what, better yet, Jamison Williams? If Jamison Williams was answered this question and answered it like this, how would you feel? Would you feel like, well, he answered it as asked, or why are you thinking about vacation? You got 3 games to go. That should be your focus. I don't know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm tired.